My name is Judy Joe, and my mom is Indian and Native, and my father is Chinese. I am Kim Phụng, Châu Kim Phụng. I喺溫哥華出世㗎. My mom is from Lillooet, and I was born in Vancouver. And Dad is from China. He's a professional gambler. He worked in Chinatown. Other than that, I don't know much about them.
My name's Howard E. Grant. My Aboriginal name is Kayapalanuk. I'm named after my great-grandfather and my great-great-great-grandfather. Kayapalanuk, he was the war chief of the Salish Nation. He was the one that was responsible for meeting Captain Vancouver at the mouth of the Fraser River here. The land here was extremely fertile, so it was very, very good soil for market gardening. There was about a dozen or so Chinese farms that were here. With my father, who came to Canada as a very young man and took up residence and started to work the truck farming industry along with his relatives. He then somehow was introduced to my mother. He then proceeded to ask my grandfather for my mother's hand. She didn't want to be with my father, but arranged marriages on both sides of the Aboriginal and Asian culture is something that was normal. My mother, she's an Aboriginal person from Musqueam. Her roots go back to the beginning of our community, so it's a great history and indeed a very proud one that I draw my strength from.
I'm Hannah Yao, and
I'm Jordy Yao. I am, I guess, a quarter Chinese and a quarter Native on my dad's side of the family, and on my mom's side of the family, I guess we're Irish, Welsh, Catholic-y stuff.
my grandma's band was Secwepemc from Secwepemulu, which is in Kamloops, or Little Shuswap.
And my grandfather immigrated from China. He immigrated with his older brother, and he was 15 at the time.
My grandpa owned a restaurant, and I think they met there. And then my grandma ended up helping him run it. And once they were together and they got married, our granny was kicked out of the band and lost her status because she married a man who wasn't of Native descent.
When I was 5, just before I started school, went back to China with my father, and I stayed there on my own with my step-family. And I live in the farm, the village, and Canton. Very, very tough years to live in China with the step-family because I was an outsider. They never liked me. I was beaten every single day, physically. I was just their slave. 所以我一到我14歲，我自己走啊，一路走啊。不過我都要走咗幾次，我先至得成功。I had my old passport, and which my stepmother locked it up, so I have to steal it back from her. By the time I got to Hong Kong, and first thing I did is I went to the immigration. But this guy, right away, he looked at my passport and he looked at me and he said, "Where did you steal that passport?" Right away he accused me. I have nothing to lose, right? So I started raising my voice. And that's one thing about me. I don't back down, and I don't give up. So I was raising my voice and all that, and I stuffed that passport right back in his face, and I said, "Take a lot of rock." Blah, 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 blah. So anyway. 我翻嚟嗰陣，因為我係重新嚟過啊。因為點解咧？嗱，我又唔識英文喎，又唔識人喎，係嘛？而家我翻嚟啦，我嗰啲路牌，嗰條咩街我都唔知喎，唔識喎，搭咩巴士我又唔識喎。有時你一另一面碰緊呢度牆，另一呢邊又碰緊呢個牆，因為你唔識啊嘛。所以咧，我係一個新移民嚟㗎。到我翻嚟嗰陣，我雖然係大部分都係屬於中國人，不中國唔係我一個家嚟，唔係我嘅家庭嚟嘅。